groups. Would that be all right? Okay. What I'd like the person that did the writing in their group, would they take down what the other groups came up with as you go along? Now this group is going to report from top to bottom in how they saw the traits ranked. And you'll read them? All right. Would you mind standing up so they can hear you? Could you listen now? She's going to read their trait.
I'm going to be reading my group now, group 2.
Yes.
Right.
All right. Now this is the truth, right here. All right.
We ranked tact number 6, honesty number 2, communicate number 1, ambition number 10, courage number 5, compassion number 9, energy number 7, intelligence number 4, sense of humor number 8, fairness number 3.
All right. Did everybody get those? No. Oh, would you read them one more time, just top to bottom?
Okay. Tact number 6, 2, 1, 10, 5, 9, 7, 4, 8, 3.
All right. And I'm sure everybody can agree 100% with that. And now with group 2, please read theirs. Yes. Pardon me, if you'd stand up for the television.
10, 1, 2, 9, 4, 5.
Well, gee, I'm sorry. I tried to do it. Start over again, will you?
10.
Right.
1, 2, 9.
Right.
4, 5, 8, 6, 7, 3.
All right. Gee, you're pretty close. Okay, group 3? Yes, group 3.
Yes, we have the gospel here.
Yes. Right.
8, 4, 3, 10, 7, 2,
Hold it.
9,
Slow down.
5,
9, 5.
9, 5, 6, 1.
Okay. What? That's interesting. Yes, group 4?
6, 3, 2, 10, 8, 7, 4. 6, 3, 2, 10, 8, 7, 4, 1, 5, 9.
1, 4.
1, 5, 9.
God, I'm screwed up.
159.
Oh, 159. Okay. Isn't that interesting?
It's a riot.
Yes. All right. Now we get to Big 5. The Big 5 group just came in late, and they know that they're right. Yes.
We were able to agree that honesty was number 3, and on nothing after that.
Well, yes, you got to be honest about that. Well, my friends, it's very interesting because just looking at that, what is the widest divergence in the, let's see, you've got honesty, you got one group that said 4 and one said 1. Fairness, 1 to 9 in fairness, Lord's sake. Anybody else? Compassion, 9 and 2, Lord's sake. Well, yes, not. Well, I'll tell you, there's a couple of 3 points that I like to make out of this. First of all, and you might be aware of it, we had observers in each group. Were you aware of that? You weren't aware of that. Yes. And you'll notice that what I tried to do was to have somebody in each group observe how you organized yourself, who took over the leadership, and was that directly related to rank? Who did most of the talking? Who withdrew because they were a little miffed, maybe because their ideas were not being given full consideration? And I'm sure now, if you think about your role in the group, you might see yourself as the observer might have seen you. But before I get into that, I would like to point out that last year when I was here, this same thing was given to the PCO PXO class, and here was their rankings. If you'd like to write them down. By the way, it was made up of 18 officers, 6 captains, 4 commanders, 4 lieutenant commanders, and 4 lieutenants. JGs. Okay, so you know, it's a fairly high-powered group. They ranked tact as 7. They didn't think tact was very damn important. But they thought honesty was very important, number 1. Communicate was 2, ambition 9, courage 5, compassion 8, energy 6, intelligence 4. And I thought, you know, I wonder what those captains in that group, when they, to be a competent leader and manager, and they ranked intelligence 4, I wonder what they were thinking about, because it's an interesting analogy. They're there. Sense of humor was 10. They didn't think that was worth a damn. By the way, I have given this talk to several groups, and the National Secretaries Association, I had about 20 groups of 10 in that group, and their consensus was sense of humor number 1. But I had verbalized it as the boss. A competent leader and administrator, your boss. And they said sense of humor vitally important to them from their view. Okay, and fairness was 3. Now they also gave it to a enlisted man's class that was taking one of your courses. And this is their rankings. They said tact was 3, honesty 5, communicate 2, ambition 6, courage 8, compassion 9. That surprised me. I thought that they would want the man to be a competent leader, administrator, more compassionate. Energy 7, intelligence 1, sense of humor 10. The Navy just doesn't think a sense of humor is worth anything. Fairness 4. Okay, so if we made an analysis of your group and these other groups, you'd find quite a range. Now, I've given this talk to optometrists, junior high school students, long-term Army officers, admirals, cadet rating military leaders, resident managers, college deans, and college presidents. There was something very interesting in this. College presidents ranked the first trait as number 1 because they were already there. Number 1 was intelligence. They felt that was absolutely important. The deans, who were striving to become presidents, ranked intelligence as number 5, and their number 1, interestingly enough, what do you think the dean's number 1 was? No, it's interesting. Ambition is right. Ambition. The deans felt, God damn it, if you're going to get up there, you got to be a pusher. But the presidents ranked ambition as 10. So, you know, psychologically, there's an interesting analogy there. When you're on your way, you're striving, you want to get up there to be the president or the admiral or whatever, ambition's awfully important. But once you get up on top, hell, that wasn't important at all. Intelligence
I think it's important.
is what important. That's right.
We didn't mark it from the viewpoint of what do we need to make the next rank? What do you think is important? What do you think is important personally?
Yeah.
Is the way I think.
Right. But by the
mark ambition first, but it might be the mark first when we're thinking of what we needed to make the next rank.
there's another little interesting analogy out of this. Well, pardon me. Go ahead, Larry.
There's another thing about this too, like sense of humor. I think sense of humor is very important, but among the traits you have listed, we rank 7.
Yeah.
But if you take it out, the rest of it kind of falls apart.
You know, I gave this talk before Watergate, and I've given it since Watergate. And it's surprising how honesty has moved up as an important trait on this chart since Watergate. It really is an important thing now in today's society.
The newspaper of the 10 most believed people, and this falls on the category of honesty. Did you see that?
No.
First was minister, doctor. He worked on down, and he got down to the last 10. The 9th one was a car salesman, and the 10th one was a politician.
Where did military personnel come in
I
there?
don't think military
Were listed.
guys.
Yeah. Well, Watergate killed politicians. There's no getting away from that.
Watergate, they were already dead.
Oh. Well, my friends, the ranking of the traits is interesting and important, but there's more important thing. There is a more important thing, and that is how the group coheses themselves, who took over the leadership, and it's how the group worked once they got going. And I'd like to have about 2 or 3 reports from the observers in those groups, if I may. Would you give a report on Group 1? Did you realize that you were being observed? He's very quiet, isn't he?